Bonjour, vous. Hi, I'm Fanny.
And I'm Juliette. And today we're listening to Constructions.
Tell me that you want it. Tell me that you want it.
Alright, let's get cozy and talk about insecurities.
Your mind is a powerful thing. It is capable of making you believe you see things a certain way and turn it into a fact. That's why sometimes you can have that very heavy feeling on your heart when you think about something you don't like about yourself. And maybe that developed over time, or maybe one day in grade 5, your friend Jessica made one comment to you out of spite, and that comment just stuck with you until your 30s.
All of this can make you see yourself and your body in a way that could be quite far from reality and could just affect the way you live your life. And at the end, it doesn't really matter how they got there. What matters is how you deal with them. So here are 6 tips to help you say bye-bye to your insecurity and give your body and mind some loving.
Tip number 1, do not compare yourself to others. Comparing yourself to someone else is very easy, but also very toxic. And it gets really hard to stop once you get started. So if you catch yourself falling down this rabbit hole, just remember that you have no idea what's going on in that person's life, just like he or she doesn't know what's going on with yours. So it's pretty much impossible to compare anything fairly. So why go down this road? All it's gonna do is create pressure, you're gonna set unachievable goals, and you're gonna get jealous. And you don't have time for this. You have much better things coming your way.
So put down your phone, stop creeping at people you barely know, and learn to become your own measurement system. Base your growth on what you and only you can do.
For example, comparing yourself to the perfect fit girl on Instagram is pointless because you have no idea how long she's been working on this.
This can also apply for business. You know, there is no point for you to compare yourself to those 7-figure businesses when you just started. You just have to be proud of yourself. And it's much easier to do when you don't have the noise coming from the outside world.
Tip number 2, divert your attention. Turn the hate into gratefulness. I used to spend a lot of time deprecating my arms. I found them too big, they made me feel like a freaking truck driver, and sometimes I still do. But when I catch myself spiraling again, I try to focus on turning this uncomfortable feeling into appreciation. My arms are carrying my whole weight in the air because I want to become a circus ninja. So they are allowing me to do things fairly easily compared to a lot of people. So just for that, they're pretty awesome. It takes practice, of course. It's not something that you're going to shift overnight, but really try it. It will make a huge difference.
This recipe works for everything. Every negative side comes with a positive one, and vice versa. You have the option to decide how to look at it. And I don't know for you, but focusing on the downside is a complete waste of time. It's counterproductive and definitely not the way to build your happiness.
Tip number 3, learn to accept compliments. Isn't it interesting that a negative comment can impact us a lot more than a positive one? Some studies have shown that you would need 5 positive comments to erase 1 negative one. What if we just open our ears to the good stuff too? Chances are, if you are surrounded by caring and loving people, they have shown their love and their honesty towards you. Maybe they have tried to convince you endlessly that your insecurities were untrue, and maybe you just ignore them. So next time, try to pay more attention and accept the good comments about yourself. By the way, if you do not have caring and loving people around you trying to cheer you up, this is a whole other story. We need to talk about ditching toxic people.
Tip number 4, stop covering up. This is more related to physical appearance. Instead of avoiding your body insecurities, challenge yourself by facing them. Over time, you will see that they were not as bad as you thought. Don't hide them, it won't help. Try to find a way to highlight them, to bring new light and perspective to make peace with them. For example, stopping yourself from wearing an outfit you really love isn't the way to deal, it's quite the opposite. Don't let those insecurities win.
And it doesn't have to be big challenges. You can start small. Let's say, for example, you want to wear less makeup. Just start at home and then go one day at a time.
Tip number 5, Explore your sensuality. Learning to embrace your sensuality is a great way to feel in harmony with our body, to find peace and confidence. And if you're thinking that you're as sexy as a kitchen pot, then you definitely need to keep listening. We all have the potential to be sensual, period. Which means that you too, you just need a little bit more practice. You know, your body needs to move and be acknowledged. So use that energy, that fire you have within you, and dance, hug yourself, and don't hesitate to touch your skin, wear outfits that you love, heels that you love, try a new makeup, a new hairstyle. And if you want to learn more about that topic, we're gonna put down the link of a blog post that we wrote that explains way more about it.
Last but not least, tip number 6, don't be passive and quit the bitching. Real talk here. Do you spend a lot of time complaining about yourself to others? Or even from you to you? Like constantly? It's very easy to complain, and it's a lot harder to implement new habits that can make your insecurities melt. But you are just as capable as your next door neighbor to change this. And we are not talking about going on a diet or whatever. We are talking about learning to shift your mindset to adjust the way you talk about yourself. Replace the negative with the positive. Will it feel weird at first? Yeah, you might feel a little bit silly, especially if you practice in front of a mirror or something. But is it worth it? Absolutely. You are your own best friend. You are the only person you're going to spend your entire life with. So you might as well start treating her right.
There are many resources online to learn to better your relationship with yourself. And you have nothing to lose by trying a few options to see what works the best for you.
And in case you don't know where to start, we have a program combining our boudoir work with mindset coaching. It's called the Limitless program. We will put it in the description below so you can check out the details, and we will probably also put the link around here somewhere. So thank you for watching. Treat yourself with kindness. You're pretty awesome. Bye.
Bye.